This is how we put together our Challenge A students binder. We purchased a 1-inch binder for the student and a 3-inch binder for filing. In the 1-inch binder, I put the 5 common topics in the front pocket. I put the Challenge A cover sheet and the table of contents. On page 30 and 31, I wrote the actual dates of community next to the week. And then page 35 through 66 are his weekly assignment sheets for the first semester. And I tabbed each of those 1 through 15. Then I used the tabbed pocket dividers to label each strand. And behind each of those tabs, or either in the pockets, he can put the work that he has completed for the week. Behind his math tab, we have his whiteboard and his math trivium table. Behind his grammar tab, we have his Latin trivium table and just a couple of papers that I thought were helpful. Then we have his research tab, and I have a paper that helps him do his keyword outline and fuse that for his research paper. Then I have a deliverable schedule for the science fair, and it tells the items that are due, the week they're due, the date they're due, and he checks it off when he has completed those. I also have page 126 through 133, and these are all pages that came from the guide that pertain to the science fair. Then we have rhetoric, and I have his rhetoric trivium table and his rhetoric study guide. And then I have his catechism questions, page 160 through 164, and a copy of the rhetoric study guide to make additional copies from. And in his exposition, I have his highlighting system bookmark. And in debate, I have page 184 through 205, and that's his Challenge A maps by week. And his glossary. And I would also probably in this pocket add maybe some tracing paper or drawing paper and any other maps that I may find that would be helpful for him with this strand. And then I have a tab for his notebook paper, and then just a tab for miscellaneous. And so this is his book, and he will use this 1-inch binder during the week to complete his work, and then he will take it with him to Community Day. And then in our 3-inch binder, where we are going to file his work, I have our Challenge A compass that has our dates and important information from our tutor. And then I went through the guide and I marked any corrections that they recommended that need to be made. And then I put a tab that tells us the why of each strand. And I have a copy of the semester snapshot in here. And then this is weekly assignment pages for the second semester. And then I have labeled the 5 canons of rhetoric, recognizing the gifts of others, hospitality in the wintertime learner, tailoring, and then I have each strand labeled with their corresponding sheets, and behind each one of these tabs is where I will file his work at the end of each week, so that his 1-inch binder doesn't become too cumbersome. And then this will just keep all of his work together for the year. I put in here also behind the research tab, I did a pocket folder, and in here is the extra copies of his keyword outline paper. And I did the same behind rhetoric and put his extra copies of his rhetoric so I can just grab those when I need them. So this is how we put together our Challenge A notebook. If you have any questions, let me know.